Dear students, in this video we are going to discuss about the ambient air quality standards. So basically when it comes to any sort of an pollution or any quality, measuring the quality, we follow few standards that has to be maintained to measure it whether it is in an acceptable level or it is beyond the limit. That means like it is in a state of where some measures has to be taken to bring it back to the normal condition. So basically, when it comes to any sort of a pollution or measuring the quality, the standards plays a major role. These standards are defined based on the acceptable limit of how what it can be actually used. For example, like if a water can be used for drinking, we have a certain limit. One better example is pH. If the pH drops below 7, then we used to say that as acid, and if it goes beyond 7, like above 7, then we used to call it as base. So that is how we actually used to define a particular standards, and only when the quality of the water or whatever the substances it is or whatever the particles it is, only based on that we accept it as a normal state, if it is in a normal state. So basically, when it comes to India, India has a Central Pollution Control Board which manages all these air quality standards as far as India is concerned. And as far as world is concerned, we have World Health Organization. And as far as European, they have their own standards. US, they have their own standards. Similarly, each and every country have their own standards. So, National Ambient Air Quality Standards. So basically, in India, that is like when it comes to the air, the pollution control board of Central Pollution Control Board of India. Okay, so this is the organization that is responsible for maintaining all these databases. And when it comes to state level, we have Tamil Nadu TN Pollution Control Board, and there are like Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. Each and every state government also has their own pollution control board. So few years back, like Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board give a notice that like crackers should not be burned during Diwali, and even now that is also like in operation. And now people are actually trying to follow it also. They don't crack so many crackers. They don't burst so many crackers. So the main reason for it is because like they found that the air quality is like actually getting reduced, and they wanted to actually have it under control. So during Diwali is one of the situation where the pollution is actually getting increased to a higher extent. So only when some measures are taken, only like when they create awareness among people, then only like we can control the pollution. So, what are the functions of these Central Pollution Control Board or state government, whatever it is? What are their own functions? The first thing is like they provide advice to the central government or state government or whatever the local authorities it is. They provide they measure the air quality at a regular interval, and they provide advice to improve the air quality. What can be done, what has to be done. Each and every advice will be actually provided to the state government, that is the government or the central government, and they will actually implement those rules. This is the easiest way how we can actually reduce the pollution. The reason is because whatever the rules that are being implemented, the public should follow it. Then it will be easy for them. And the next thing is like we have to execute a national wide program. What we have to do is like we have to actually plan and we have to execute a national wide program for the prevention of air quality and to bring it under control. So what they used to do is like they used to create awareness among peoples. They organize few programs, and they give a knowledge transfer to the employees who are present over there in that particular organization, and based on that the knowledge will be transferred, and a plan will be made. The next thing is like these people provide technical assistance. So just by our creating awareness and just by giving advice, nothing is going to happen. We need some technical assistance. So technical assistance will be given to the state control board based on the few whatever the stuffs that are available. Based on that, we'll give this technical advice to the experts at working in this under state government, and they'll try to like manage this particular quality. And the next thing is carrying out investigations and research activities. Because like during this COVID, air quality monitoring is one of the major thing. And as we said before COVID, the air quality, the air pollution is a bit high. But after air quality, due to this lockdown, vehicles and industries actually got locked down, and because of that, there is so much of changes in this particular atmosphere. So investigations and researchers should be encouraged to actually identify what is happening in this particular atmosphere, and they can actually provide suggestions also. Investigations can be either carried out using satellite sensors, or else you can actually have some ground instruments. The next thing is like to collect, compile, and publish technical and statistical data. Thing is like our central government board and state pollution control board has huge volume of data, but that is not available for the end user. So being an end user like us, being a researcher or being an industrialist or being an academist, we have to follow a few standards. We have to do some research. Only then like we can contribute to the development of the country, and also in analyzing what is happening in this particular atmosphere. So what happens is like basically we have to actually work on the technical or statistical data whichever is available. But the thing is like as far as India is concerned, most of the data are available within the department in papers and not in digital format, or it is not available for the end user. But nowadays with this particular government and other stuff when they are coming into picture, these data are provided online for end user use. That is like for our use. So based on that, these whatever the statistical and technical data are there, they are actually provided to the end user for doing any research. Based on that, like the data is available and we can do any research and publish our outcomes. The next thing is to lay down annual standards. So what do you mean by these annual standards? We'll actually see it in the coming classes. We have some standards. The average should be within that particular limit.